It's funny how money changes situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone play young.
The slip back bun do take a long time, and they don't really tell you that in a tutorial. But when I was like wearing my hair in a slick back bun, it was work getting it down. It was work.
Every time you think you done slicked, it come back. So that's really why they call it a slick back, because every time you slick it, it come back. So you have to keep slicking for it to actually stay in place. But
man, they don't talk about how you got to spray a little water on it the next morning, because we ain't finna re-slick it.
Do you think I wake up and my curls be like this? No. When I wake up, it be like full-fledged 4C, okay? Cuff. Not cute little curl. So I gotta re-wet it, put a little conditioner, a little curl cream, a little gel.
Add a little more gel.
You think my edges stay like this? No ma'am, no sir, no ham, no turkey. Okay? But anyways, welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie and Bout, where you get real, raw, and rich conversation. I am Abani Ayana.
And I am Jessica Monique. Since we're doing the syllables today, honey.
Monique. You know, I'm feeling it. And before we got on here, we was just saying it's just one of them days. I feel like that's already the name of the podcast, because it's just one of them days. Y'all, I had a busy day at work. Jessica, she be busy every day, living her best life, going to the gym, traveling, doing everything.
This morning, Jesus.
I have not been back. I know y'all are watching this and you're probably like, Albany, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a balance of it all.
Yeah.
It's the balance, because I have been dating a lot recently. So like, and I've been hanging out with, somebody. So it's like trying to balance hanging out with them, doing my job, and then if you follow me, I'm the advisor for BSA at my school now, and so it's like being attentive to them, trying to be available for them. I'm like, your girl plate is getting kind of full.
I understand. I do understand,
but I want to get back in the gym. I miss it. I really do. Look, I miss the way my body felt.
Whatever you do not sacrifice the time you set aside for you. So job aside, nigga aside, because all that can go, but you still got you. So
a word upon the day. So I'm gonna get back on it. Even if I gotta start just really fucking getting up at 4:30 in the morning, I'm gonna get up and just do what I gotta do. Do a quick 30.
I want to start being one of those girls every day, because right now I only get up I really set my alarm when I go to the gym at 6 at 4:30, so I won't be like just waking up when the alarm go off at 5. But I want to be one of those girls that like wake up early. Whenever I like get into my own place, then I feel like it'll be a little easier for me, because I can kind of like get up and move around how I want to. But when you live with other people, I be trying to be like courteous of them. And like, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that life. Life.
So it's like,
when you live by yourself, you don't give a fuck. You like, if I'm gonna make my smoothie, I'm gonna get up and make my smoothie. Like, whatever.
Exactly. It's like I can't really get up and like do all my things, and so I feel like once I get into my own space, it'll be a little bit better. But I guess let me see, for this past week, I ain't gonna lie, going to New Orleans kind of knocked me off my work a little bit, because I'm usually like I'm already like, I've edited things up for work and like done all the things, but just taking that time off, which I really needed. Hell, I wish I could go back, to be honest. Like,
I want to go back to New Orleans. I would just want to go and eat and like have a good time and like get a little tipsy. Hopefully I can find a little plug or something and have me a good old time.
Because me and Shannon had just such a good time, like just relaxing in the room. Like just going out to eat. Like that was enough for us. Like I had such a good time just doing that. And I just needed that, like, away from everybody, like nobody getting on my fucking nerves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just needed that.
I was telling my mama earlier, I'm like, I might have to use some sick time and take a mental health day because my PTO and stuff is running low and I want to save it for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I'm like, I might have to tell them I need me a day to regroup mentally. You know,
Why you had to do your mouth like
I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. But I love my job. Don't get me wrong, I love my job.
Yeah.
But I'm just tired. So because it's a lot of work on me, but I'm not gonna complain because the good Lord. And I told the Lord I didn't want to sit at that desk no more. I was tired. So he said, "Look here." He threw it at me. He said, "Here, catch."
God is so. That's why when you be like, okay, one of the things on Crystal Renee Hazlett on her podcast, she had a show with Kountry Wayne, and she was like, sometimes like when you praying, like God, I really knows like your heart, and so instead of just like being in prayer, just saying all these different things, just say like, Lord, let your will be done. Because like sometimes we be praying for stuff we're not even praying for stuff like big enough, or like we don't even have the vision to really like pray for the things that God want us to really have or that he really have for us. So I've been trying to do that lately, like, because obviously my will ain't working out. Okay, my will,
I wouldn't say that, but you're not in a bad space either.
I mean, I'm not in a bad space, but I'm certainly not where I want to be. So that's why I'm saying, like,
yeah, but where you want to be you might not be ready for that yet. That's why he might not have you there. Because, you know, sometimes I feel like, I said this before on the podcast. It's like, I don't know if I would have been able to handle this job that I have now 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Like, I just don't know if I was in the space and mature enough and, you know, had worked enough and understood the kind of person I want to be when it comes to my work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have appreciated this type of opportunity the same way that I did on the other side of all the other shit that I had, you know, experienced and gone through. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like once you get to where you want to be and all the things that you pray for, it's going to taste so much sweeter because you're going to be like, I remember when, and you're going to always remember when, and that's what's going to drive you. And that's what's going to keep you, you know, ground. You're gonna be like, I remember when. Every time you be like, "Ooh, I hate this shit. I don't want to do this no more." I always be like, I remember when. I remember when. I remember when.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't know nothing. I'm just saying like it can't be by my might. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to be more like tuned in to like what God wants me to do instead of just like moving off my own. Like let me listen more. You know what I'm saying? Like let me, because obviously it's not by mine. I didn't make the world. So let me just be, let me chill.
I'm gonna be present.
I'm a cool out. You know what I'm saying? He probably tired of seeing me on the answer machine.
He has time for us all.
You know what I'm saying? Jessica calling again. Tell her I'm coming.
Meanwhile, he over there working on your blessing. He like, look, I need more time because the blessing just so big. It takes so long.
Well, just send me. Can we just put a sticky note down to just tell me something? Can you text me back and say, hey,
can he let a little crumbs fall off?
You know, can you just text me back and say, I'm working on it? You know, when you go to a restaurant and they be like, hey, we're going to text you when your table get ready. And then they say like, hey, in about 15 minutes, your table's going to, can you send me
you want him to be like, in 5 years?
Please. I need reassurance. I really do.
No, I really wish you worked like that. I really, like, y'all just don't understand. I really wish that I could tell the future every day. I wish I just wish, I don't want to know everything, but there's just like a couple things that I just want to get off my plate. You know, I just want to ask a couple questions like, can you tell me how this works out? Just let me know.
Man, me
Like,
and Shannon tried to get our palm read. We was in New Orleans. Why that lady talking about she had like a system. She was like, okay, well, we can do the palm reading, but if you don't want me to do that, you want to do something better, we can do the cards. You want to do something better, we can do the
oh, the
crystals.
tarot cards.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
if you want to do something better than the crystals, we could do the ball. We could do the crystal ball. But
Hell,
if you
I
want,
would have been like, I want to try to ball just to see what the fuck extra gonna happen.
girl, why was that like? I want to say she said $95 or
For the ball?
for the crystal ball. But she's so slick. Like she made it like I can do the crystal ball. That's gonna tell you everything. But if you buy the crystal ball, I'll throw in the tarot cards and the crystals too. We said, okay, we finna go to Cafe Dumont. Let me come. I'ma come. You got a card?
We gonna go get a couple beignets and then we gonna circle back around.
You gonna be at what time you
How long
gonna
you gonna be here?
okay. And so the crystals is okay. I think I'm gonna do the you wanna do the
You got a card.
Mm-hmm.
You got a card. That's what I do.
I'ma-
I always be like, you got a card.
I think I'm gonna do the crystals when we come back. Okay, girl. Child, we ain't go back over there. $95. Baby, if you don't look on here and see what's going on.
I just want to see, is it gonna be like from Haunted Mansion, the lady in the crystal ball? Like, what are you gonna give me from this ball?
Baby, then it's so funny because she tried to do Shannon. She was like, "Yeah, because I know you've been going through something," and and me and
What did you say?
me and her both was like, bitch, we all going through something.
That's such a generic. That's the only thing that be keeping me away from stuff like that. Is that like the general ass statements of like, you know, life's been hard for you. Yeah, I'm a black woman in America. What the fuck you think?
Right? Yeah,
It's been hard. Yes,
it's been hard, baby. But like,
it's been
what
a terrible
else?
time.
Child.
Anyway, speaking of terrible times, Joe Budden apparently had a terrible time listening to Drake's album because he went on an entire rant on his podcast. He's the whole reason I even found out that Drake dropped an album because I honestly, truly had no idea.
I did see people talking about it on Instagram. Like they were saying people was talking about something like they stayed up, you know, until it dropped on Apple Music and all that stuff. I don't think I'm gonna ever be that diehard of a fan for nobody. Like, baby, it's gonna be there when I get up.
I've done it for Beyonce in the past. Not recently, like Renaissance, but in the past, I've definitely done it.
I don't know that if she don't drop between or at least before 11, baby, I'm gonna have to see that. I think I stayed up
for like Lemonade. Cause I think I definitely got Tidal the free trial. Cause I remember I was at Howard and everybody was like, get the free trial on Tidal. Cause Lemonade had only dropped on Tidal, I think.
I did do that. Yeah.
So I did stay up for that.
But I don't know if I had to stay up for that. I want to say I can't remember. But I don't think I stayed up for it. I think I just signed up for Tidal because of that. And now I don't even use it. I let my sister have it.
I think I got a free one through T-Mobile Sprint, whatever.
Yes.
Or I did have a free account. I don't know if it's still free. I need to look. But yeah, I did stay up for Beyonce albums. I definitely did. It's just something that I did. Will I stay up now? No, I'll be asleep.
Nah.
But anyways, I listened to Drake's album. Or you listened to Drake's album?
I did, yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not bad.
It's not bad. I think okay, y'all know I'm really like a music listener. I love music.
Both of us, yeah.
Yes, like I feel like with his music, it have to sit with me for a second because I feel like it don't be hidden to me like right off the bat. And honestly, it's not just him. I think it's a lot of music. The only things that be like striking me right when I hear it is like a lot of R&B music or like when people really be rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like Victoria Monet album, instantly love that. But yeah, I don't know.
Skip.
No
It's a
skip
no
album.
skip.
But
If you haven't listened to it,
please go. And you know
get on
what? I
your
just
Zoom.
listened to Masego album that he dropped earlier this year. I had never listened to it. I think he dropped it in March, and I really liked it. It's some good if like cleaning up the house, driving in the car on a nice day type vibes. But yeah, Drake
I need
album.
some new music.
Yeah, just something like that's something cool like to put on while you at home cooking or like while you getting ready or something. But yeah, his album it wasn't bad. I like the song with him and J. Cole. He was really
Yes.
rapping good on there.
Yes.
I'm trying
I
to
do
think
like
what
the
else.
Slime You Out song, even though I don't like. I know everybody was like, he said American slaves chain you up like American slaves. Yes, that's a horrible line in the song, but it's
I
also
mean,
true.
all of them be saying
So
stuff like that. Cause G Herbo say I was just listening to G Herbo and that song with what's the light skinned girl name?
it's not specific.
You're right. What's her name? Benzino daughter.
Oh, Coily Ray.
Coily Ray. Yeah, I was listening to a song with him and Coily Ray, and he said, I got so many whips, something slave ship. Like all of them be saying shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I like the song with him and SZA.
That song, I don't know if I like or not. Like I like the one with her and Sexy Red on there, but I don't.
Oh yeah, I do like the Sexy Red song as well.
I don't too much like the one with him and SZA. I don't know what it is. I just be wanting the people to know how to sing, and it just didn't strike me. I'm gonna have to hear it again.
I ain't gonna say nothing about SZA. SZA be listening to the podcast and stuff. Because I heard she blocked somebody from another podcast before when they said she didn't like her album. It was funny. So
I mean, I love SZA. It's just like every single song, every single feature don't hit for me. But I love SZA. I go see her in concert, but I'm sorry. Maybe I'll like it later because I feel like even with her album, I didn't like some of the songs like right off the bat, but now
it definitely had to grow on me.
Yeah, like it has to grow on me a little bit. So maybe that song will, because both of y'all on there on the same key, child.
Like arrogant. That's the parts I like when they go up. I like that. Yeah, it was. So let's talk about the whole Joe Budden comments because that's what went viral. Joe Budden's main thing, basically, he said that Drake's music has not aged well. He's 37, still talking like he a young dude, hanging around young people, doing young nigga shit. And his music, the issue with his music is it hasn't progressed with his age and with the times. And
isn't that everybody though? Like, that's not even a fair, like, criticism.
Like also Drake made Drake ass music. The music did not sound. If you go listen to this album and listen to the previous album, with the pregnant emojis on the front.
Yeah, I like Certified Lover Boy. I like that album.
Yeah, but they're not far off from each other.
No,
like none of his albums be far off from each other. To me, he has a sound. There is a Drake sound, and he pretty much sticks to it.
I think honestly, Nevermind was probably like the only one that's like a little far off.
And the one with his dad on the front.
Oh,
that had the more like island beats and all of that.
Yeah. But even that is a very like Drake. That's a sound that he does well
now. But when he first dropped that, it was not. That was like the first time he really didn't do the little island vibe until he dropped that. Was it More Life? Is that what it's called?
Maybe so.
I think it's More Life. Let me look.
But you know what? Honestly, Nevermind. At first, when it came out, I didn't like it at all. But now, I like some of the songs from it. So I feel like,
yeah, More Life.
That's you know what I'm saying? Like, shit be having to grow on you or whatever, because I really don't think it was a bad album. I think that's one of those albums like when you go on vacation or like, I don't know, it's just a certain kind of like vibe and place you got to be in to listen to that album as opposed to like his regular work.
Right. Yeah. I know. I feel like Joe Budden kind of went a little hard, and I know I just listened to the clip, so I didn't listen to the whole podcast. And I've heard from several different sources and podcasts and stuff that he still said that the album was decent, and he's a fan of Drake and all that stuff. So
I'm not really a fan of Joe Budden, though, for real.
Right, and my thing is, again, when the age thing comes up, I don't want to hear shit from none of these Negroes because all y'all was be dating young women, having sex with young women, having kids with these young women, doing stuff with these women 15 to 20 years younger than y'all. All y'all do it. Hell, I saw somebody comment about Joe Budden saying Sin Santana just turned 30 and Joe Budden is like 40 something. And they got like a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah. And they were together for a long time too. So he was with her way before she was 30.
So I'm like, how you gonna sit up here and talk about something? He need to be around people his own age, yet you be out here with young women. Okay.
Yeah, well, I
album. Sorry,
it wasn't bad to me though. But
our first listen, 7.5 out of 10.
I can agree with that. I do want to listen to it more. It's like sometimes, you know, when you like go to the club or you go to a bar or something, like you need to hear it out. When you hear it
or
out,
in the car,
like when you hear it out, it may be better to you or to me. Sometimes I think it gets like that. I don't know. The next album, child. Hopefully, Jesus don't be mad for us, you know, talking about this.
Hey, do we say a prayer before we start? I got my cross on.
Doja Cat. We buying a lot of that up. Let me just say that we buying a lot of that up in the name of Jesus, because I need to be clear who I'm praying to up in here. But all of that aside, now one thing about that bitch, she
gonna put together. She gonna put her entire labia into a damn album.
She be out here out rapping niggas.
Put it on the album.
Out rapping niggas. And I don't know what kind of juju you got on that album, but when I tell you I've been listening to it since it came out.
I've been ashamed to say it, but I'm so glad I'm not alone. I've been ashamed to say it, but I'm so glad I'm not alone. I've been trying to keep it on hush mode because I'm like, man, I don't want no problems because I love the Lord and I believe in the Lord. But man, since I heard, first of all, what got me was the VMA's performance because I watched the clips. I went back and I watched, and I was like, okay, performance. And then she performed that song, Demons. And it was the vibe. And I was like, okay. Our first glance, I'm like, Demons. I don't know. I bind it up. And then I heard about the music video. And I was like, I don't even want to watch it.
The music video is crazy as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I haven't watched it. I'm like, I don't even want that imagery going into. I don't want to take it in. Yeah. But that song, and when you really listen to it, my interpretation is, and I know everybody got their blah 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 blah. The whole song to me represents, okay, y'all wanted me to be this star, y'all wanted me to be this celebrity, this rapper, this girl on the front page, but y'all don't like how I'm doing it. Now, so y'all don't like my demons. Y'all wanted me to be out here. Y'all wanted me to do this stuff, but now y'all don't like it. Now y'all don't like what I've become. Now you don't like what I done turned into. Well, this is who I am. And you made me into this person. So how my demons look. And I'm like, you know what? If that's the meaning, I like that. Because I relate to that. I like that. So,
yeah, I think... Okay, this is my thing. I love Doja Cat. I'm a fan of Doja Cat. I have liked Doja Cat.
I want to see her on tour.
I don't know if I'm going on tour now. But if this had been like the Pink album, what was that album called? That one, I probably would have gone in, but I don't know about that because But
I gotta see clips of the tour because I'm like, if it's you gonna take me to hell, I don't want to go.
Yeah, but I don't want to go. If it's gonna be like the VMA performance, I'm not going because the performance wasn't bad. But even like those women on stage, like doing the little crazy ass smiling and like The papers flying everywhere. Girl, I ain't trying to go to no damn honey house. I'm just trying to get a little bop, okay? You trying to take us to Atrox. I'm just trying to have a little good time, okay?
Lost Furnace.
Okay, what is we doing? She is, but I don't
hope
know.
that she doesn't, because I really want to go to the concert, but I can't go.
She probably is.
You doing all that gonna conjure something up, because you might be playing, but it be some people up in here that ain't, and I don't want that on me. I don't want to bring that home on me.
That's what I'm saying. And I honestly feel like anybody that has sense wouldn't like be playing with it in that way. Like she really taking it there. Like, I don't know. I like the Demon song, but that's my favorite song on the album is probably 97. She killed that shit. I love Agora Hills. I wanna show you up. Like, I've been singing that song since I heard it. I like Love Life. I like Often. Like, I like Shut Yo. I like the What You Mean freestyle. The album is just good. Like,
yeah, it's good.
The album is good. Like, she is rapping. Like, honestly, her album was better than Drake's. She out rapping Drake.
Now that is facts.
Like,
now
she's a
who
rapper.
Comes in under her. Speaking of rappers, and I know this ain't on there, but the Lil Wayne, I don't know if it's an album, EP, whatever. I don't know if y'all listen to it, but it's good, and it's giving old Wayne too. It's giving old Wayne. It's giving the Carter 3 Wayne. It's giving like Miss Officer type. That whole album type, but like it's like when you listen to it, it's giving older back in the 2000s. Okay, I'm gonna listen to it for real. Not super like 90s, but just the vibe of the Carter 3. And even I say the Carter 4, like those two albums, it's kind of like those vibes for the music.
I've been seeing a lot of like videos of him like rapping and like doing a lot of his new stuff, and he always doing a good job. Like he always killing it.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it personally.
I'm looking for people with like, this is so crazy, but me and Shannon, we had like a one night when we was in New Orleans, but we was just sitting up watching Doja Cat videos. And like watching her like the behind the scenes ones and like the Vogue ones and her getting ready for the award shows and stuff. And like she is very talented. Like her stage presence, like she can dance. And she's one of those people too who always hit her marks. And like we even said when we were talking about it that night, like nobody else really does that besides Beyonce. Bruno Mars, she does it. I'll say
Would you say Cardi B?
No. Victoria Monet.
You don't like her performances? I like her performances.
I'm talking about like the girls that's really like hitting their marks and like really like on their Zoom. That's not no shade to Cardi B. She's just not doing that. I'm trying to see who else. I said Victoria Monet. But she is like one of those she's a really
would you say her? No. Okay.
So
I don't know. Her performance at UAB, that shit was so good. She sounded so good. She sounded so good.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like the
just like theatrics performance.
Yes, like that thing, like that, like the secret sauce of it all.
It's not a lot of black girls teeter-tottering on that line of
like that, like
girls.
That thing, like every time she every time the camera on her, like she like it could be a photo, like she hit her marks every single time. I don't know what's going on with her. I really hate like she doing that to herself or like her career. I don't know like what's going on with like the powers that be and all that shit with Doja Cat. But I wish she would like stop because she's so good. Like
maybe that's who she is.
Oh, I mean it absolutely could.
Or maybe it's a ploy. Maybe it's a ploy. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to get out of a deal or something. I don't know.
They keep saying that, but it's just like, how is that getting you out of a deal? I don't know.
Because I guess if you get so much bad publicity that it starts reflecting badly on the money, like they start losing money instead of making money off of you. But unfortunately, because she's fucking Doja Cat and she's on her way to being pretty much a world renowned like superstar can't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna happen.
I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. That's stupid. Like,
But I
I don't
guess she
know.
doesn't. Maybe she thinks. Maybe she's hoping that it'll change.
I know
I don't
people think
know.
like she's trolling, like since so many people think she like, sold her soul or in the Illuminati or whatever. She's just. I feel like that's what the demon song is. It's like y'all think I did it already, so how they look, like how my demons look now that my pocket's full. But I just feel like people who really like connected to God or like any kind of spiritual, whatever spiritual grounding, wouldn't be playing about it either. Cause her
Oh well, she
stuff
might
is
not believe in God,
no,
but
she
she might
might
not be a
not.
devil. But she might not be a devil worshiper either. She just might be, what
I
is
mean,
it?
she might
Atheist,
not. I'm just
agnostic.
saying, like, it went from 0 to 100, like very, 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 very fast.
Quick.
I just don't know what's the like whatever. And then her boyfriend is giving me handler vibes. He done been like accused of like abusing or whatever
Isn't he a
women.
racist too?
Yeah, like all that shit. So it's just like weird. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on with her. And I hate that because she's so talented. I just wish she'd cut the weird shit out for real. Cut the weird shit out.
She said how my demons look. So she's like, look,
Well,
here you go. You like it or not?
what she said in that song? Step on my toes. Get out my toes. She had me weak. Get out my toes. She had me dead.
I love her.
I love her. I just want her to cut that shit out. That's all.
Speaking of cutting shit out, so this is something else that has gone viral on the interwebs. Keyshia Shantae, which if y'all not familiar who she is, she was a 106 in Park host. She is on Entertainment Tonight, right? As well.
I believe so. Yeah. Very pretty.
Entertainment Tonight. Yeah, super pretty. I think she's also used to date Drake, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
apparently she's the Kiki. Do you love me?
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Recently she sat down with somebody on their podcast to just I guess talk about her life and her story and all of that, her journey. But anyways, what went viral was a clip where she was talking about how Bow Wow hazed her when he first met her and how they very much so had a very tumultuous relationship.
Yeah.
Or not so relationship, just work relationship rather, up until 106 in Park.
Yeah.
And she talks about how when she first met Bow Wow, she was supposed to be the lead girl in his video, and then when he met her, he asked her did she want to go upstairs to his hotel room. She politely declined. And then she said when she showed up to set the next day, Angela Simmons was there, and she was told that she was no longer going to be the lead girl in the video. And then Chris Brown ended up saying, hey, well, you could just be my lead girl then.
Yeah, because she had like met him before. They were friends or something.
So that's, first of all, crazy. But then fast forward to when, 106 in Park was looking for new hosts. They bring Keyshia on. They already had one Bow Wow on. She says that they don't tell him until she gets there that she's going to be the host. And she said that he was kind of like pretty much cold and like rude and would skip her lines on the teleprompter or read her lines or just stop talking in the middle of his lines and pretty much like fuck with her for no apparent reason. And then she said all of that happened up until Drake came to visit the show one day and pulled Bow Wow outside and was like, hey, that's my friend, that's my girl, like, relax.
Yeah, chill out.
And she said ever since then, they haven't had any problems. And then once this went viral, she tried to backtrack and say, well, I've talked to Bow Wow and everything's good. We brother and sister. We've been in this game for a long time. We go back, I'm like, nah, just stand 10 toes on what you said. Like, let's be honest. He wanted some cooch. You said no, he got in his feelings.
Yeah.
And then he cut you from the video. Chris looked out for you, I guess, and said you could be in the video. And then you worked your way up. And then y'all became co-workers. And he was still being an ass. And you told your nigga, and your nigga pulled up and said, cut that shit out.
Yeah, I think she meant like we good now. Like, we good now. Because that shit was a long time ago. So after they after Drake probably told his ass to relax, they probably good now. Cause I saw Bow Wow even respond and he was like, you know, it's all love, like that's my girl or whatever the fuck he said. But that just
That's
sound like
petty as
some
fuck.
young stupid ass nigga shit for real. Like you mad that girl turned you down because you not used to being turned down, especially at that time when he was really Bow Wow.
Boweezy? Shorty like mine?
Yeah, he probably was like, ugh, the nerve of this nobody
Do you
girl.
know who the fuck I
That's so crazy. Bow Wow being damn 16, being like, do you know who the fuck I am?
am? Bow Wow. Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
I've been rapping since I was 12. No,
Nigga.
what y'all say? I've been running things here since I was 15. This my daddy house. You just been getting over.
He said, hey, be clear. This my daddy house.
I've been running things here since I was 15. You just been getting over. That shit was his chest.
Okay.
That's my favorite part. That
little
hey,
big
let's be
brother.
clear.
Little big brother.
Oh man.
But yeah, I
Wow.
think that was lame as fuck about Wow, but it's like many men who do the same shit. And that's why I asked on here, have we ever experienced bullying in the workplace and to what degree?
Bullying. I don't know if I would go as far as to say bullying.
Yeah.
I feel like it was bitches that was trying to like pick on me or like just do unnecessary shit or like when I've had, and it wouldn't be coworkers, it was more like people I worked for.
Yeah.
Like when I had an internship at one point, and that lady was just a fucking hater because she had wanted the job that I had, as if that had anything to do with me, and the reason she didn't get it. So she just was like fucking with me and like stuff like that. I had, but and maybe that is bullying. I just didn't interpret it as bullying. I just looked at it as like you a fucking hater, like
Yeah.
you
I
know.
can't say that I really experienced like bullying, but it definitely was like kind of like what you said, like a form of almost intimidation a little bit. Like people just like throwing their weight around all the time. And I would say I experienced that. And it's easy to do that because it's like, especially when I first started, I didn't know nothing about what the hell I was doing. So, you know, when you don't know what you're doing, you usually a little bit more like reserved or like, you know, quiet, just trying to like take everything in, just trying to like, you know, feel out the moment, don't want to fuck up, you know, whatever.
Right.
And people being like, oh, well, why didn't you do this? Well, why didn't you do that? But like they haven't showed you how to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've experienced a lot of stuff like that, working those jobs, but I wouldn't really say that it was like bullying because after a while, we was hazing each other. Cause
everybody get to that part in their work life where you be like, now look, what we not finna do.
I was doing a lot of shit that they probably don't even know about to this day, but bridges were burned because of me.
Not you being vindictive.
Well, let me see. Have I experienced men like hitting on me in the workplace? Absolutely. I don't know.
Hitting on you? Oh yeah, I've definitely experienced being hitting on me now. Like at my job now, they be crazy. And then the crazy part is like the person that I'm seeing is somebody that is in the vicinity of where I work. And he be funny because men be coming up to him talking about me and see they don't know, right? So they'll say stuff and he just be texting me like, you got these niggas in a frenzy, don't you? And I'm like, and he be like, they all like you, they all like you, they all want to talk to you, they all they all want to take you out. And then he said one dude, he told him to ask me out. I said, why did you do that? And he was like, why? I'm like, why are you doing that? You gonna set this man up to fail. And you know like, why would you do that? I would at least said, like, I heard she talking to somebody, bro. I think she got a man or something. I think she said something about some dude that some nigga she be with or something. You gonna sit up here and tell this man, you should ask her out. You should ask her out.
The matter is, it doesn't even matter if you have somebody. Niggas don't care.
They don't.
Niggas don't care. So let's just start there. I've definitely been hit. I mean, I've been hit on damn near at every job I've ever had, probably except for the ones I currently have. But other than
Right.
that, like, cause here, Ty, he's like, I don't want to say he's like our dad, because we definitely be having some crazy ass conversations in here. But he's older than my parents, so
Right. Old
he's
enough to be your dad.
old enough to be my dad. So he just don't even come at us like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and old enough to be my dad don't mean shit, because
Right.
that don't mean shit. I'm just saying the nature in which he deal with us is like that.
He has respect for y'all, yeah.
Of course. But at old jobs, child, even when I worked at my internship when I interned in college, that turned into like a weird ass situation with y'all's favorite news person.
Not that. Oh, I didn't know about that. Ooh.
Child.
We'll
I
have to get some
could have been a me too.
Oh, now that's some offline tea.
If I was not like a loudmouth ass girl, sometimes take me home now. Yeah. So every day at Camtech, every woman in Camtech is verbally harassed.
I was about to say, were you in that damn factory, okay, or anywhere where it's a lot of motherfucking Negroes?
Baby,
and
everybody.
When I say Negroes, I mean men, black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, and in between.
Everybody in there is basically a piece of meat. So
they be egregiously
so many times where I would be working or just me and the person I'm working my line with, we just stand there talking. And we could look over and see men, a group of men looking at us. Or
that's how it be my job with them little old men.
It's so weird.
I be like, you in the dish room, they talking about some, hey baby, how you doing today? Baby, how you doing? I'm like,
it's so weird. And they really would say some crazy shit. I remember one time I was warming up my lunch and all of us went to lunch in sections in the plant. So or obviously you have lunch with so many other people. So I was waiting to warm up my food, or I was warming it up, whatever. And when I worked at Camtech, because I was doing a lot of walking and just a lot of movement, I started losing a lot of weight. And this man came up to me and he was like, oh yeah, you losing weight, but them hips ain't going nowhere. Just out the blue, no, nothing. Just said it. And then it was other men around him yeah, sure live.
Niggas are. I wish we could talk about men the way they talk about us. I really wish I could sit in a group of females and be like, oh, you getting in the gym, but you can't lose that dick though. I wish I could.
What? Boy, we used to be at the time clock, everybody trying to clock in before 5 o'clock, right? I could be at the time clock and there'd be men standing behind me on purpose, on the wall, talking about all the stuff they'll do to me.
Oh my!
And I can hear them.
That's not funny. That's not funny. And I shouldn't be laughing, but that's
so
harassment.
Weird. God damn, she fine as fuck. I'm trying to get to day shift. Hell, all the bad hoes on day shift.
Not bad hoes.
Yeah.
And I got a temper because I would have been like, bad hoes, you must be talking about your mama working up in here. Because it ain't me. I don't argue with niggas know not to talk to me crazy.
Man, they really used to be, God damn, she thick as fuck. I'll do this, I'll do that. At 5 o'clock in the morning, that's the kind of time we on.
Nigga, did you brush your teeth this morning?
Hell no, because they used to be that musty as fuck. But yeah, we've all experienced a little harassment in the workplace. I think that comes with the territory.
Right.
This next one was something random. Because I was watching really like a clip or like a highlight from Toya and Reginae show. It comes on Weed TV, and I'll link the clip below. But
Toya
basically,
and Red.
and Reginae, uh,
President.
but basically, Reginae in the episode, she was kind of like trying to tell her that she was moving away to LA or whatever. And they just kind of talking about her move, and like Toya was saying how like she's really sad for her to go because she's like a big part of her like support system and like her confidant, and like, you know, they just lean on each other a lot because obviously, you know,
Yeah.
she had her very young, and so,
Mhm.
you know, that's how it be. That mother like oldest daughter relationship or like mother daughter relationship is different when y'all have gone through things. And so it just got me thinking, like, I know you and I, we're very close to our moms. How do you think like being so close to your mom has affected y'all's relationship? Like, is it weird sometimes or no? And I'm holding my laptop because it's hot and I don't want it to freeze up. Sorry.
No, you're good. For me, I think because me and my mom weren't close for a long time, we didn't get close really until I got out of high school.
Okay.
It's different for me now because like I would say before I got out of high school, I felt like I didn't really know my mom. Like I knew her to love me and to take care of me and to provide for me, but she really wanted to try to shield me from a lot of stuff and protect me sometimes, you know, from things and from the real world and from adult things, just like all the stuff that I'm experiencing now.
Yeah.
So we really butted heads a lot because I would want to know, like, I would want to know, like, what her experiences were and what did she go through and how did she get through stuff. And now that I'm older, she was able to even be honest with me and tell me, like, I can't really tell you too many stories because I really just did everything by the book. Like, so, you know, but yeah, I would say I don't. I say now I lean on the bond more than I have in the past, which is, I guess I would say, a little harder because it's like my mom's already 60. So it's like, you know, God willing, I got a good 35, 40. But you know, things don't happen. So when your parents starts to get older, you do have to, like, it's like a shift where you always are like, you
Yeah.
know, every moment is very precious. So I would say I definitely lean on it more now than I probably have ever in the past.
Yeah.
So.
I've always been really close to my mom. I feel like I'm like a mama's girl. I don't know. That's a whole nother story. Ooh, that just felt
I'm
like
about to say,
something.
because I'm like, you see how I'm looking at you now.
I am. I've never been a daddy's girl. Because I don't
Well,
feel like.
I was saying close in what way though? Because you.
Oh, like really close. Like me and my
Oh,
mom,
okay.
especially when like my dad and like when they were married and just like everything was going on. Me and my mom were very close because we both lived with my damn daddy. So it was like we were both kind of like experiencing a lot of that together. And whereas like a lot of people outside our house might not have known like a lot of stuff that was going on, like we kind of had each other. So that sounds way more like dramatic than, you know, what my upbringing was. But just like when I was like younger, when my parents like abuse and everything was really like happening, me and my mama was thick as thieves because like sometimes when I was sleeping in bed with my parents or like go to sleep with my mom, it was so like when my dad got home at night, if I was in the bed already, he wouldn't like come home and bother her. Or just like stuff like that, like when, or she would go ahead and help me with my homework, and we would go ahead and like eat dinner and like be ready for bed. We would be like sleep sometimes before 8 o'clock, because sometimes when my dad would get home in the middle of the night, he would come home and like start an argument with my mom or like whatever, and then we wouldn't get no rest, so we would like go to bed early. And I don't even think my dad even knows that we used to do stuff like that. But yeah, me and my mom was like thick as thieves. And also, I feel like, you know, when you in an abusive relationship, you've kind of And so my mom confided in me a lot of different things about my dad, about their marriage. And at as a child, I wish that she hadn't did that, because it made me judge my dad based on the kind of like husband he was to my
Husband.
mom, and not the kind of father he was to me. Even though I had my own two eyes and I could see it all, I didn't need to like be privy to so much different information. You know what I'm saying?
That brings up a good question, because I guess I can ask you this, because I can't ask no one. I didn't experience this. But is it like two sides to the coin? Because it's like, if a person is a good father and a bad husband, what kind of man does that make him?
I don't
You
know.
know?
Like I never thought of it in that way, but that's an interesting question. I
Or
don't.
vice versa. You a good
Yeah,
husband, but a bad
a bad
father.
father. Yeah, like I know everybody is complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't think either one of my parents were perfect parents, but um my dad, he wasn't a bad father, but and he wasn't a bad husband to my mom. They just
Mm-hmm.
like had these moments where I don't think either one of them was just satisfied in their relationship for real. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I don't really know like what the trigger was from my dad for real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be an interesting conversation for real for me to have with him. But I don't know what like made him start acting like that towards my mom, cuz he, according to her rather, he never used to be like that until they got married. So I don't know. I don't know what.
Maybe he thought marriage was gonna be different, and then when he got in, and it wasn't what he thought. So I guess he was lashing out instead
maybe,
of just saying how he felt.
maybe so. And then like them being, yeah, and like them being so young, because I mean, like by the time my parents was what, maybe 25, they already had me. They had a house. They had 3 cars. They both had jobs. They was like doing the damn thing. But in hindsight, at 25, could I have been doing that?
And
Baby,
not.
at 25, I damn near was out here trying to avoid getting a DUI. Okay.
And I'm 26, and I can't even think about kids, or I'm not even thinking about kids. I'm not even really thinking about marriage. I mean, I enjoy dating and hanging out, but I'm not necessarily. Like if somebody was like, "You gonna get married next year," I would be like, "Huh."
Yeah, I mean, hell, sometimes I feel like that now, to be honest. A lot of things had to change for me to really want to like hop the broom right now. And more so just like financially or like mindset wise. But
Right.
I don't know. So I know I'm talking about it be froze as fuck. Like I had to shut the computer
Mm-hmm.
down like last time. But now
Mm-hmm.
that the fan isn't going anymore, it's good. I
Is that
think
a pro or air?
a pro.
Oh, well, I don't know, cause mine be over here huffing and puffing and all of that, but I don't know. I
I
don't
think
know,
it's
but
maybe this tablecloth too. I'm gonna try to next time I'm gonna take this tablecloth up, because I can't do it right now while I got all this shit on him. But I'm gonna take this tablecloth up because he got this damn polyester as like a carpet. And maybe that's contributing to it. Cause when I be just sitting at my desk, it don't be doing all that. And I be having it on the charger and everything too.
hmm. I
Anyways,
don't
I'm
know. But you
sorry.
said I be freezing up, but I don't never see myself freeze, so I don't know what's going on.
But it don't be bad. It just be like, and then we be
Oh.
good. You know what I mean? Like it don't
But
be
I don't
bad.
know.
So I don't know.
Oh, who
But
knows?
yeah, I guess just to wrap that up, I don't know where to start from. Um
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I guess I'll just to wrap it up. I would say if I have kids or whatever, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna like talk to them so like in depth about what me and they dad have going on, because I don't necessarily need them to know. Now it's
Oh yeah.
different, like, with abuse or like with like different stuff like that. Your kids got eyes to see, so like I
Mm-hmm.
can talk to them about it. But I mean, when I tell you, my mama used to tell me a lot of stuff, like stuff about my grandparents that I didn't know,
She
like.
probably didn't have nobody else to say it. So I guess she probably don't even realize, unless y'all have talked about it already,
Mhm.
that you remember all that stuff and have retained all that stuff the way
No,
you
I
have.
know she didn't really have anybody else to talk to, but I
Mhm.
don't know. I'm glad that I could have like been there for my mom because that was a hard time for her to go through. And even when she went through the divorce with my dad, that was a very hard time. And
Mhm.
still, my mama was very open with me about all of that stuff too. But I wish that she wouldn't have been sometimes, just because it's like tainted how I even feel about my dad now sometimes.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I would love to talk to some, maybe not your dad, but dads in general who might have felt like, oh, I wasn't the best father, but I was a good husband or something. I just would like to hear that
yeah,
perspective, because it's like, do you then consider yourself a good man, or is it like when you become a father, then being a husband isn't as important, because being a father then becomes the more important role because you having to be there for the kids and help raise the kids.
yeah.
So
And then
it's
how
just
do you
interesting.
like right that wrong? Like I do, like now my dad is like a completely different person. Like
Mm.
he's totally he's the same in a lot of ways now. Don't get it twisted. Because he has a lot of the same, like I be looking at him, I be observing him, but he is different. Like he goes out of town now, and like he be wearing different shit, and like just like all that, like he's like a different person now. So I feel
He's
like
in a
people,
different stage of life too.
yeah, like people can change, but he and I've never had like a conversation about any of this. So I just wonder,
Mm.
how do you like right that wrong as a man?
I feel like, and maybe this is my perspective, you can never like right wrongs, right? Because it's like once you wrong somebody, you wrong and you did it. Like the deed is done,
Yeah.
right? Like I can't get the time back that you messed up or whatever. But
Yeah.
what I feel like is, like you said, he's a different person now. So it's about what you do moving forward. What is the imprint that you leave for the present and the future? Because again, we can't go back to the past. Like I mean, there's nothing we can do to change that. So it's like I know
Right.
that, I saw that, I heard that, so this is where we at. But you know, to see the change, to like honestly see the change,
Mhm.
honestly see the growth, I feel like that's the, I guess, the righting of the wrongs, if you will. Because he could be like my crazy ass daddy, where ain't no righting of the wrongs, ain't no change. He is okay with being the villain of everybody's origin story, and that's
Yeah.
okay for him. So it is a give and take, where I feel like, you can't get the time back from the past, and he can't really like change what he did, but it's like, okay, now what can I do moving forward, now that I'm no longer that person, and how can I show
Right.
you that?
Right.
So yeah, but I
Mm.
hope that y'all get to have the conversation about it, because I feel like it'll probably help both of y'all, and he probably will realize some stuff that he probably didn't even know that you knew, and knew how you felt about it, and it'll probably be able to help y'all to get closer.
Yeah. I wonder if my dad is like, because both my parents are kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like that could be a little hard. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so I don't really know how to like go about doing that with him. Especially in a way too where he'll be like receptive, cuz like my mom, since obviously I live with my mom, my sister and I, there are a lot of times where like we just straight up tell her. I think just cuz we're a little bit more comfortable like being like, this what you
Hmm.
did, sis. Like,
And y'all women, I mean, you all women.
yeah. And I feel like my mama don't be trying to hit that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell my mom she did something wrong and she'll argue you up and down. I ain't do that. Or I don't remember that. Or that's not what I meant. Instead of just saying,
Mm,
oh wow, I'm sorry. Like, I
mm,
don't know, that older generation, they just have a thing about being wrong and just like accepting
Therapy, girl.
accountability.
I can't say it in therapy because that's how you break them walls down. Because unfortunately, or they need to talk to somebody else like younger or like that's had a similar journey, but that like they respect what they say. Cause like with my mom, she was like that for a long time where, like I said, until I got to college, I could not talk to her. Like I could not sit up and be like, guess what this motherfucker did? And I know some people don't believe in cussing around their parents, but I'm a cuss around for everybody. My grandma cussed around me. I grew up around cussing. I'm a cussing person. So we cuss. So, and she cussed me, like we cussed. So, but I could have never imagined that I'd be able to call up my mom, like talk to my mom about my dating life and what's going on and all of my experiences 5 or 6, 7 years ago. Like, just to be honest. But, you know, I think when she was able to talk to people that told her, because I'm her only child. I'm the only, the first, the oldest, all that. So when she was able to talk to other people and other people told her who had children or either around my age or had kids who had been my age before, like, hey, you know, you got to let her spread her wings. She's not going to, like, she's becoming an adult, a woman, you know, she has to make her own decisions. You know, she got to fall on her face sometimes. You can't protect her from the world because the world is going to hit you in your face.
Yeah.
So I think throughout those conversations, she was able to understand where I was coming from in life. So then she stopped trying to parent me because it's like, honestly, once you get 18 and honestly 21 and really once you graduate college or you get your first like whatever job where you making a decent amount of money where you can provide for yourself, your parent, I'm not looking to be parent. I'm not looking for you to tell me what's right, what's wrong, what I can and cannot do. But I am looking for, you know, that shoulder to cry on guidance for certain decisions.
Yeah,
and
definitely guidance. Yeah.
But I don't need you to parent me, you know? And so I think once she understood that's when we were able to like really build our relationship and become closer. And she was able to like understand Albany the person, not Albany and her daughter.
Yeah. See, I want my mom to get to that place where she cannot just see us as her children, but as just regular human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, because me and my mom go back and forth at home all the time. Because I'm like, you cannot micromanage me like you at work. You're not the principal here. I'm not finna do that. So like
you might need to try to convince her for family therapy, or you can even go and maybe talk to a preacher that also does therapy. I don't know. I'm trying to give out, or you could just be real raw with it and say, "Hey, we need to sit down and talk. Like, it's some stuff I need to get up off my chest."
Yeah.
You need to be like Chris Brown in this Christmas. What he tell my dear? I know you don't want to talk, but you damn sure gonna listen.
She said, "Watch your mouth."
Damn sure. She said, "I damn sure."
I damn sure. But then you know what I mean.
Yeah, we gotta pull one of those.
We need to do something. Do you want to do the generational curses thing, or you want to do something else?
No, I don't want to do generational curses.
Okay.
I feel like talking about our parents is heavy enough.
Yeah. We can do how we like to be spoken to.
Okay, I was gonna close it out with just doing power.
Oh,
that's light.
Whatever you want.
And talk about Gerard crackhead ass.
But you know what? It's so funny to me how now you haven't watched the last episode, have you?
I have.
Okay. It's so funny to me how now the girlfriend is like strong arming him. He came in there and was like, "Yeah, I think I'm back in the gang or whatever." And she was like, "Yeah, good, because we about to kill them niggas." He said, "Wait, what?"
Like that?
You talking about my brother? Like,
first of all, what happened to me was I forgot who she was talking to, but she was like, "Yeah, I smelled it on him. I knew he was on that shit."
Diamond,
like, girl, you know this nigga strong on this shit and ain't gonna try to get him off the shit. You try out around here plotting.
I mean, low key, what the hell she was gonna do? She is manipulating the fuck out of him. That's why she left that damn necklace on that trophy. I feel like she left that necklace there on purpose. I really do. Cause why are you leaving jewelry around a known crackhead?
Like, yeah, it's something else with her. It's something on the other side of this. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck she really is. Rest
I
in
think
peace
she.
to Pop.
Oh,
The
fucking
the
Patsy.
what are they? Irish, right?
The fucking
The-
Patsy. Hey man, I told Thomas who else I'm gonna laugh at, man.
oh,
Golly.
man. Oh,
Golly.
they got daddy up out of there,
They
boy.
sure
Now,
did.
what
And
I am sick and tired of is the son praying to the dead curly girl. She been dead a while now. Let it go.
look, great
Let
value
it
Maya.
go.
Great value Maya. Let her rest in peace. Cause you ain't
I'm
trying to
so
protect her.
tired. If you gave that many fucks about her, you wouldn't have her ass in the car in the first place.
It's so crazy because Tommy told him exactly what to do. He did not do none of it. He did none of it.
Meanwhile,
Man.
he's saying everybody and their mama guilty, Tommy and everybody guilty except him. You need to point the finger at yourself because that nigga told you not to do that shit and you did that shit and she died. So you are the reason she's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like,
He's annoying. He's so annoying.
I'm over
I'm so
him.
that black lady, the police officer. I don't know what chip on her shoulder, but baby,
First of all, I can't even take her seriously because if you watch The Shy, you know that's Dre. And so she played a lesbian to Kevin mama on The Shy. So to see her in these dresses and wigs and shit is a total polar opposite of how she looks on The Shy. Because on The Shy, she got locks and she dressed very masculine. So I'm like, when I was watching the first episode that I saw her on, I said, I Dre no wig, auntie wig.
Child, I don't like when they have dark skinned women and all that dark makeup either. Can we like petition to they can wear other colors besides burgundy lipstick? Like, what is going on with that? I don't like that. And then they be having her on burgundy lipstick and black eyeliner and like black eyeshadow.
I feel like that's because they're forcing it. She's a lesbian. She's a stud in real life. I'm pretty sure she is a stud in real life. And so I'm like, why did you take this role? Because you look uncomfortable.
I mean, I don't give a damn about her being a stud in real life. If you gonna sign up to be married to that white man, then they could get her a little gold eyeshadow and some little cute lip gloss.
Look,
It don't make sense.
She said, "Don't be putting all that shit on me."
Well, you security.
I'll do
No.
the role, but don't be putting all that makeup on me.
Cause that I don't like that. But yeah, the son get on my nerves. I'm glad his ass getting handled by her. I'm gonna see how that turned out. Cause if I was him,
Right.
I don't even understand why he went to the police. He could have really just left after he killed the dad. Like,
I know this is bad to say. I really want him to kill himself at this point. He is not serving no he keep fucking shit up. I'm just like, you not like, I'm tired of him mourning about the girl. He blaming everybody but himself. You just got back cool. Now you want to still kill Tommy because you blame Tommy for the girl death. When he told your ass, like, I'm just like, I'm over this shit.
He only going after Tommy with the police because that lady want him to. Cause he said on there, he was like, well, you tried to warn me or whatever. So that's why he been taking it easy on him. Oh yeah, Tommy gonna kill his ass. Speaking of people Tommy need to kill, definitely Jannard. I thought he had killed the nephew, but I'm glad he sent his ass
They
to
sent him away.
Yeah, get him scared straight.
Now the brother need to get it together, walk around all drunk and tipsy and toe up, talking about some, I promised myself if I ever got a chance with my son again, that I wouldn't let him go. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Your son was a drug dealer when you found him.
What had me weak is the brother. Okay, it's 3 people on this show that's hilarious to me. The brother with that deep ass voice, Jannard, when the Serbs beat him up and he was on the wall like this.
Well, Diamond walked in on him and said, "What the fuck? I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. looking like a straight up crackhead."
When that boy served him that damn heroin in the car, I said, "Oh, you taking drugs? Oh."
I was like, no, get that man off you.
Man,
Let that man shoot you up with that stuff.
But you know
Yeah.
what? I told Thomas, I was like, somebody gonna end up killing him. It's gonna be so low level. The way he get killed because he around there robbing folks in the neighborhood. Like clearly when he got in the car with that girl and robbed her, took her necklace and stuff, took them drugs, she know him. Like somebody so low level gonna end up shooting him because he moves so stupid. It's so crazy.
Or Diamond gonna end up taking him out.
Yeah, I think that because I feel like, especially now since the daddy done died, he trying to like do the right thing and help him. But yeah, he need to let that go. He need to leave that dope alone.
Right. And I feel like Diamond will be on some like, I don't want it to be nobody else. Like if he gotta go, I want it to be me.
I mean, well, he need to go on and do it then because he making niggas mad in the street. I don't know.
That's what crackheads do. And then the sister, I don't know what to say about her. I want her to, honestly, let's clean the slate. Kill majority of the characters and bring back, because I miss Juliana. My rider from season 1. Juliana was down for whatever.
What you think about Tommy being with the Hispanic girl?
I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'm still, the verdict is still out. It's not. And her brother being the plug crazy? Or whatever. And then, yeah, right. And I'm like, now he didn't beat the med surgeon, that man hands up.
He didn't even have to do all that. That's what's crazy.
I'm like, you really did all that. So
he did not have to do all that.
I know this is setting up for this whole beef between him and Tommy. So we gonna see, especially when he find out he fucking his sister. But
right,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm ready for the other shows to come back. I'm glad the writer's strike is over with. So y'all get back to motherfucking work, okay? Because TV last week, I think. Now the actor strike is still going on, but the writer's strike is over with.
Okay, well
that's why Jennifer Hudson and all these Kelly and all these talk shows about to come back. So
okay,
get back to work, get in the field, okay? Y'all been out there picketing, y'all did all this shit, you got what you wanted. So get in on them computers, get them pens and them papers, and get to fucking writing.
So did they agree to give them their money or what?
I don't know. They just agreed that the strike was over. So that they agreed upon some terms. I don't know. I haven't seen what the terms are per se. They just said that they came to an agreement, and I think it was like last Thursday or Wednesday, maybe they lifted the writer's strike. Now the actor strike is still going on, but I feel like that's gonna end soon anyway, because they only went on strike in solidarity with the damn writers.
Yeah, but that's good though, because a lot of them don't make a lot of money either, for real.
Right, unless you're a big time. So but yeah, get in the field, okay? Because I mean, when I say it ain't shit on TV, it ain't nothing. No.
That's why
they didn't cancel all the damn shows.
That's why I've been listening to podcasts, listening to my little books.
I think I'm about to start back on my audiobooks too. Like, I'm really about to try to really, like I said earlier in the beginning, give me another routine where I still work out and do everything I want to do to take care of my mind, my body, and my spirit and all that. Speaking of spirit, if y'all haven't listened to the new Kurt Franklin album, 10 out of 10.
Okay, I need to
especially if you watch the documentary. 10 out of 10.
I need to listen to that.
I'm going to be buying a concert ticket, floor seat, to see him, because I asked my mama, did she want to go? She said no. I said, well, then good. I don't have to spend money on 2 damn tickets. I get one, and I can have me a good old time.
A praise session by yourself,
right? Because when I started, them floor seats was $82.50. I said, oh, this is doable.
Okay, now this what I'm talking about.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna be out there like. And then I'm gonna be crying, and one day I'm like, what? Makeup gonna be gone.
I would love. When is that?
It's November 21st. It's like that Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So it's the concert's that Tuesday, Thanksgiving's that Thursday. Let me know if you want to go, girl.
Okay. I might do that. I'm trying to do more things that I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time. That I want to do.
It's me season, and that's what I said it was gonna be this year. And I really been trying to like stick to that for real. That's why I said in the beginning, like, don't let nobody knock you off of going to the gym. Keep the promises you make to yourself, because you gonna be the one who regret it later. You're gonna look up and be like, damn, I'm disappointed in me because I ain't been to the gym or whatever. Like, if you're not going to the gym,
my booty was sitting up. It was starting to sit up.
Yeah,
okay?
Like,
and now it's not sitting the way it was.
And I know how it is, because you know when you start dating and like y'all going out to eat, y'all laying up, you know, you want to hang out together. I understand that, but get on your Zoom.
Right, because in a minute I'm gonna be fat as hell. Because you know when you first start dating somebody, they just want to feed you and feed you and feed you and feed you, and I'm like,
and it don't stop when you still with somebody. Y'all sit up and be like, you hungry? I'm hungry. Like it does not stop. So
I'm like, I need to start working out now, because you gonna make me. I mean, literally, did you eat today? Did you eat today? You need to make sure you eat. You need me to order you some food.
Exactly.
Did you eat? I'm like,
exactly.
I'm appreciative, but I'm gonna be like how I was before the pandemic. Y'all remember I was looking like real grown and thick, okay? And I'm not trying to go back there. Not that I didn't look good, but I like where I'm at right now. So, anywho, make sure y'all follow us.
Take care of you.
We wrapping this up because I'm starving. I am not gonna lie to y'all. I ain't ate today. So, shout out to y'all for running the views up on the last couple of videos. We love y'all. But make sure you follow us. It's always down here at the bottom. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. Instagram at the real Abani Ayana. Twitter is at _ Abani Ayana _ and everything else is down below.
And you can follow me on Instagram at _ the real Jessica Monique, and on TikTok at the real Jessica _ Monique. And we love y'all. Thank you for watching. Make sure you comment, subscribe, make sure you share this with somebody. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
It's funny how money changes situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone play young Lauren like